Welcome back. Sportsman's team of the tournament. We're going to have 3 players behind the striker. In terms of the wide men, who do you have on the right-hand side, Pascal?
It's got to be Thomas Müller for me. I mean, not necessarily the most technically gifted player, but always delivers on the biggest stage. That's now 10 goals in 2 World Cups. I think he just works so hard, gives you so much, and he has to be in the team. And I think on the right is the best place. I mean, people probably say Arjen Robben would start on the right, but I'm going to put Robben on the left and have Müller on the right.
I think we agree Robben's got to be in the team, isn't he? I mean, he was my player of the tournament. He was so consistently good. He's on the right for me. On the left is going to be Neymar. I mean, it's quite a controversial choice. Obviously, he missed the last couple of games, but the fact he carried his team, didn't he? I mean, he carried them so far. He scored 4 goals, and when you look at who he was alongside up there, it was just everything was on him, wasn't it? And I think he did perform, and there was a lot of pressure on him, and he did perform.
He did. I mean, the amount of pressure on him as the golden boy, 22 years old. He's the only Brazilian player who's really a throwback to the bygone eras of skillful Brazilians. So much pressure on such young shoulders, the poster boy of everything. He performed for me, and you just saw the effect on Brazil without him in the team. They may not have beaten Germany had he played, but for me, his absence just had such a big effect on the team, and you can't discount that. I'd have him in there. Don't think you can disagree with Robben. I think he's a dead cert for the team. I'd have him on the right and Neymar on the left. Other players like Cuadrado of Colombia had a good tournament. Anyone else for you?
I think Valbuena of France, he was good for France, but yeah, I think, like you say, probably the one just missing out, maybe Cuadrado. I mean, but he's like quite a long way behind these other 3 of Müller, Robben and Neymar.
Müller is one that he's very close to the team for me. He can play anywhere across the front 3, but for me, I think Neymar and I think Robben were just individually better. Müller was part of a really good Germany team, and he played well himself. But for me, it's those 2 on the wing.
You wonder whether, I mean, it's looking at it, you wonder whether Müller would have had as much of influence. I'm not saying he wouldn't have, but in sort of Brazil, maybe because Neymar did carry them. If Müller was Brazilian in that team, would he have had much influence? Never going to know that, but I think for what they contributed to their teams, Robben and Neymar.
Can't take away from Müller how he does perform on the big stage time and time again. He's a bit like Klose in that respect. He just does it in the World Cup, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes on to break Klose's record, to be honest. So 2 wide players for you?
I've got Müller and Robben.
Yeah, it's Robben and Neymar for me.
I'd agree with Robben and Neymar. So in our team of the tournament, the wide players are Robben and Neymar.